it'd be something,
Yeah.
some disconnecting, some light turns off, something.
But yeah, right before I had to fix that, I was just saying that, yeah, I was watching Jay Shetty's podcast and they had an angle that was different color correction.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, this is, it's just so interesting.
Yeah.
There's always little nuances. Oh, well, then I was talking about Shaq's, where it's like our production quality is like right on par with that.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Which it's sweet, but it's always odd seeing a Shaq do it because I'm like, I would have ours even be a little bit tweaked higher if I could buy a $10,000 camera.
Right.
But
Right.
it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. That's the whole thing about. That's the great thing about podcasts. You know, you and I can freaking have a podcast. We have grew from. I mean, in your living room essentially to a studio, a full-blown studio.
We started on Zoom.
Yeah, we did. That's true.
Started on Zoom during
true.
COVID.
That's true.
Just like slowly chatting.
Yeah, to your living room in Long Beach, to the living room, Elop's living room in Long Beach, to your living room in your apartment, to a studio.
Yeah,
it's pretty gangster.
We just keep on moving.
That's pretty gangster. I ain't gonna sit here and lie, man.
All right, hit Nikki Haley.
Word. It's time for Nikki Haley time, dude. Because Nikki, first of all, this is Smart and Wild. How y'all doing? Because
King Cam in the house.
What's Gucci? I have a slight gripe to pick because Nikki. I keep thinking Nikki Haley is brown apparently. What's up with that?
Well, Nikki Haley is half Indian.
Which Nikki are we talking about? Because I almost keep wanting to say Nicki Minaj.
No, Nikki Haley,
the politician.
Yes, like the Republican right after Trump. She's second place Republican right now.
Right. Is she still in the race? Right.
She's the only one still in the race.
Okay.
Because Rubio and Vivek are out.
Yeah. I'm gonna get back to that, but go ahead. Okay, yeah.
And it's just funny how it's always interesting because it proves that the right and the left are not different.
No.
They just cater when it works.
Yeah.
And so she's using a very left-wing talking point.
Oh, yeah.
Which is vote for me because I'm a brown girl.
Yeah. What happens is she did a 23andMe. She found out that she was 5% something else.
I'm pretty sure her parents are I think her mom or dad is Indian.
Mom or dad or Indian? Which Indian?
From India.
Indian. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, man. She does not look any bit Indian, though. You know what I mean? And I've seen a lot of Indians. I love Indian women. Okay, so the dad is Indian.
Was that her husband?
Wait, what? Look at that image of Nikki Haley. What? What's happening? So is she brown or did she fuck brown? What's happening here?
You literally switch your Facebook for 2 seconds.
Yeah. Why do you have to log into Facebook just to see something on Facebook like it's important? I feel like nothing on Facebook.
Only come up on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, it's
so
not.
Her dad looks like he might be even Sikh Indian.
Okay.
So so it makes sense.
Okay.
She probably grew up in a family that was, Indian and Sikh.
Got it.
Right.
So it probably wasn't even because Nikki Haley looks. She doesn't look Indian by any stretch of the imagination. She looks like a white girl with black hair, right? But it's probably she got made fun of because someone went to her house one day and then it smells like curry, and then you'd be like, oh well, I didn't know Nikki was Indian.
Right.
Came back to school, they'd be like, ha ha, 7-Eleven or whatever, and then that's probably what happened.
Well, it makes more sense that maybe actually seeing her father wearing more of a traditional Sikh headdress.
Right.
When she was walking around with her dad, I could see how she would then be more used to experiencing different levels of racism.
You get dropped off at school, and then you're like, oh,
you're big. With that headdress, it does actually give me. When we initially started this conversation,
yes.
I go, what the fuck is she talking about?
Right.
Now I go, oh, I could see how if her dad dropped her off at school, that could be, it's experience.
It's a joke.
And it probably was racial.
Yeah, it's probably a joking point for sure, yeah.
But when she's walking around alone, it's hard. I think this is one of the joking parts about this, is I don't think that sometimes people that do live in brown families realize how much white people can't tell the difference.
No, especially a girl like Nikki Haley. There's no situation. No one knew the difference until she opened her mouth and we researched it. We're like, okay, white politician talking about running
and then
Trump.
maybe she could say, well, this is because I make myself look white so I don't have to deal with that. But I also think that's a little bullshit sometimes too.
And that's your fault. What the fuck? Why are you making yourself look white then?
Well, because she would say, I don't want to deal with all the racism that I have to deal with when I like act like myself.
If you have the ability to do that, then you're fine. If you have the ability to make yourself look more white to not deal with racism, then you're all right. Because there's some people that cannot do that.
Right.
So I think you're all right.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about something. I'm like, so what was really interesting? I'm like, man, you dealt with racism? Do you want to know what racism feels like?
Yeah.
Do you want to know? You ask a real Indian person. Ask a somewhat brown-ish person happened after 9/11 what racism feels like.
Sure.
Ask some black person after BLM or whatever happened what racism feels like in the hood. Ask some Chinese person after COVID what racism feels like.
Right.
I guarantee you she does not know what racism actually feels like. Her dad probably told her what racism feels like.
And I think it's so interesting because I do believe that even my white friends deal with different prejudice.
Sure.
So everybody always is going to come from a position, and it's always weirdest when it comes from a white person.
Okay.
Of, I've felt, I wouldn't say marginalized, but I've felt levels of prejudice in some time in my life that somehow affected me.
Right.
But just when you're leaning into it on a national stage and saying, this is one of my family stories that we deal with all this racism. Yeah, I bet your dad gets some shit.
Oh, yeah, I bet he does.
But like, when you're off alone and you're running around, like your friends don't know the difference. Stop it.
No. I guarantee you.
Maybe you brought some food to school and then your friends are saying, what the fuck is that food?
Yeah, it's not fucking French fries.
Is that racism though when you're 8?
No.
Really?
No. Dude, I knew an Indian girl, and I went to a small school, and she was the only Indian girl there. And I swear to you, she brought food one day, and it was like the best thing ever. Because it was like something. Number one, it was something completely different, something that we do not know at all, and it's like cool. You know what I mean? And I know one kid has an African mom. When she brought food, it was like the best thing ever because it's something completely different.
Right.
And even if you didn't like it, even if they say you make jokes or whatever, say your mom's food disgusting, smells like shit, whatever, dude, you'll live.
Right. Well, like for example, a joke that she's probably heard 1,000 times in her life is dot or feather.
Right.
And that's probably
7-Eleven,
exhausting,
whatever,
annoying as fuck,
right?
All that stuff, and it is racist,
sure.
Or it's prejudice, or it's maybe just like it's just so low hanging fruit, that like she probably heard it a bunch in high school or college,
right?
Where she's like, yeah, okay,
but I guarantee you, like someone wasn't putting like a dot on her dorm room door, like I guarantee you, like someone wasn't coming in like interrupting anything that she was actually doing.
Yeah.
Like I almost guarantee you that.
I mean, America is in such an interesting spot because outside of like economic, systemic racism shit, but as individuals, everybody is gonna get it right now.
Everyone's
on a racial level.
Everyone gets it.
White dudes are gonna be like, haha, what are you, some fucking Trump voter?
Whatever.
White devil, blah, blah, blah.
Whatever, yeah.
Black dudes like, yo, you just rush into a mall and steal shit with your friends?
Yeah, whatever.
All the shit it's never ending.
No, never ends.
And so on a personal level, I think all races get it all the time.
Yeah. And by the way, like I'm a proponent, like I think everyone should be made fun of. Everyone.
I almost got you a cup that said "Make comedy racial again."
No, but like everyone can get made fun of. Now, racism, like when it comes to like doing something about it, like attacking negatively, like doing something like bad, that's when it gets like bad. But like making a joke about someone, who cares?
Right.
You live, you'll be fine. Because like again, do you know what racism actually feels like? I get profiled by black people all the time. Almost black people are more racist than me than most people, than like almost any other race. Well, and I'm black because they said I'm too black. They go I'm too black, and then they go and then they go like, oh, you're too. Then I've heard people say you're too black and you're too white.
Yeah, like you act too white.
Yeah, but and then you're dark skinned. You're too black. Okay. Help me understand. Am I brown?
So the weird thing is though,
am I gray?
So a black person's saying you're too black, right?
Yeah.
They're saying like whatever, the whole like midnight joke, all that bullshit.
Whatever. Yeah, smile, open, open
the reason, in a way, of the way that that's defined with racism now is, or even in a level of, it's even in a weird way not prejudice, because they're not assuming anything about you other than strictly your skin color.
Sure.
So they're not thinking anything else.
No, because
so in a weird way, it's not racist or prejudice even. They're just stating a fact that fucking pisses you off.
Right. It does piss you off over, but yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like
dark
technically
skin.
prejudice would have to be tied to racism, which
Right.
then you would have to say they're assuming something about you other than the factual element.
Like you're dark skinned, you must steal something in the night or something. Whatever.
Yeah, like you're white, you hate black people.
Right.
You're black, you hate white people.
Yeah.
Whatever that is,
Yeah.
that assumption makes you prejudiced or racist.
They're just saying dark skin, essentially. Dark skin.
Which technically is so weird.
Not
but
wrong.
it's not racist
Not wrong.
though. In a weird way, if it's not leading to anything else.
No, not really.
And so that's where we get caught up into so much shit.
Right. Even I'm saying that's racist, but it's kind of like whatever, right? And it is what it is. You know what I mean? But like it's
But that's not to say it's not annoying as fuck.
No, yeah.
And that it doesn't like be a sticking point in your life where you're like, don't fucking say that to me.
Right. And when I'm a politician, I'm gonna be like, well, black people just call me black. You know what I mean? Like, and I will say that. So maybe I am Nikki Haley. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, would you ever go to another black guy and be like, he's not even the black enough? Like, are you looking at Trevor Noah going, come on?
Yeah, come on. Like you barely like getting.
Because that happens too.
But he is,
so you get on the other side.
But he is from the motherland though, so it's hard. You know. And there, of course, there's motherland people.
So
that
he's
are
actually
like
blacker than you, right?
By timeline, yes. Not by like skin tone.
But then again, but then he done the apartheid stuff.
He was in South Africa.
But what side of the apartheid did he go on?
That's a good question. And he did have, if I'm not mistaken,
You would, I guess,
if I'm not mistaken, he had a white mom and black dad. I think, and I think he actually dealt with her. From what I kind of can remember,
I would assume that with an apartheid, any level of melanin at all, you're fucked.
You're black. Yeah. And I think I don't want to get confused with either his or someone else's story, but I think he was like, yeah, the black kid sort of, and he was like a bastardized because his mom had a black kid essentially. I don't want to get his story confused, but I think that's what happened.
Do you know much about the apartheid?
Not as much as I should.
Because all my next question would be, who wins the empathy war, apartheid as slavery? Now I would have to think, I'll immediately go, well, slavery has to win that.
Well, I mean,
but apartheid's just more recent.
I mean, apartheid. I mean, essentially, okay. Listen, a lot of I know a lot of people that came into Africa were like colonizing and or mining and or doing some crazy shit, right? A lot of people from Netherlands, Dutch, went into South Africa. The white people in South Africa are Dutch, right?
Okay,
based on history.
Yeah.
Okay. They essentially came and started ruling, started making rules, started making changes, apartheid, and against people that are already there. The African, I think it was the Zulu. I could be wrong.
I think that sounds right.
People that are already there, and essentially creating like segregation. It's like, you do this, you do that. This is how we separate things in my own country.
Right. So it was segregation without slavery, though.
So, yeah, but it was like it was.
So it was wild racism.
But there was like really bad policing. There was beatings. There was people put in jail unjustly. There was killings. There was all this other shit.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because like essentially white people come into the black people land and then start making changes, making rules, start separating people. That's the one thing.
I thought that's called history.
In America, you can even argue that it's a little different because white people came into Indian people's country, started making changes, started making rules, brought black people over here, and then said, "This is what y'all gonna do now."
Right.
So it's both bad but different bads. I don't know.
Yeah, I just didn't know. That's why I asked a question.
Yeah, and that's like my basic knowledge.
Because apartheid, the word sounds wild. I know that it was a fucking brutal time.
Yeah, I don't know enough, and I should know more. But like, but yeah,
I would imagine slavery was worse.
I imagine slavery was because you're held against your will. But like,
gotta be.
Yeah, but like also, I mean, just as bad. I mean, people coming into your own country telling you what to do. I mean, dude. Okay. Let me just change this.
Yeah, it's more infuriating.
How about China comes in here, right? Takes over like us, which might eventually happen. Starts making changes in rules. How pissed would we be? Nah. First of all, they start implementing their whole tracking system on your phones and all this shit.
Yeah, they would get too. Vegas.
No. Forget the no. Say this happens. Straight up happens. Like China takes over the U.S. right, and they go, okay, well, Chinese people over here, and you motherfuckers over there, and then white people over here, white people in Arizona, Asians in San Francisco, and then black people in Alabama, and that's it.
I mean, white and black people haven't been able to work together since basically World War II. They would figure it out. But
real quick.
But we're just saying, we're going at the hypothesis of
somehow we'd feel like so it's like there's
even though my favorite part about this like theory is I feel like China would be like, oh well, like we got this, and they would like go to New York or they would go to like San Francisco or LA, and they'd be like, man, like that was easy,
like,
and they'd keep
they
on
obliged.
Walking. They'd go to Vegas and they'd be like, oh, that was fun. They would, whenever they landed in the southern areas, which are like the best version of white and black people in the world. Good fucking luck. And they would be like, wait, what is this shit?
And mind you, like you know how like military recruitment, like you know how many people come from there? Like, you know, like pretty much most of the military comes from like there.
Yeah. it's like black Louisiana.
Yeah.
It's like white Mississippi.
Yeah.
And it's just that.
Yeah.
And like
Roll
there's no way that like a country like it would be it's actually like a fantasy movie of me of mine to think that like a country is like they see us on like MSNBC, CNN, and Fox, and they're like, we got this, and then they've like heard about like white America, like deep white, and they've heard about the dirty South, but like they would, but they get down there and they'd be like, what are we talking about?
What the fuck? You know? And by the way, just this random side question, as this can be considered racist, but it is what it is. And it's not even a conspiracy. You say they'll go to Alabama and see where they already have spies there, dog. They already have spies in New Orleans right now.
I don't know. I don't think they care.
I think not only I think they do. China does have spies everywhere, like straight up.
How long do you think their spies are fitting in, dude?
Well, no,
in like Louisiana.
No, they're just regular Chinese people. They're just like, oh, I don't know. I just walk around and I'm just exploring. I don't know. I'm just going to the shop or whatever. That's how they tell people. But like, they're actually kind of like recording and fucking looking around, look at the street signs.
Yeah. But they do not get invited to the cookout.
No.
They're
not going to the backyard.
Don't get invited to the barbecue.
Yeah. And only because not because they're Asian, is because they're like sketch. They would be like
because they're just not cool.
Yeah, they're not cool enough. And then
if they're like normal white American, a normal Asian American, that's actually dope.
Yeah. But
that wasn't a spy.
Yeah.
But a spy would walk in to like a Louisiana like black household,
right,
or like a white Mississippi household. And they would be like, there's so many guns here.
Yeah.
I'm running.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't like all the dancing that's going on. We in China, we don't allow that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because there's no way they got invited behind the door.
Yeah, that's a little tough. They can do street signs and little lakes and stuff, but like it's behind the houses and like the layouts of stuff. I mean, they have to search that on Google.
There's a lot of like racist ways that I could figure out how like they would figure it out.
How does China take over the country? Don't get me wrong. That's a tough act to follow.
I just don't think they actually know Middle America. Like for real.
Yeah.
And I also don't think that people really know like the South, just in general. Like the whole concept. Like Americans don't understand it.
No.
Like coastal Americans don't get it. So they're not translating those ideas to people well enough.
No.
I was driving Lyft in San Francisco, for example. And I was driving a British guy and I was driving a New Yorker.
Okay.
A typical New Yorker. Yep. Both white dudes.
Yep.
And it was when Trump was president.
Yep.
And the British guy said, what's the scariest thing about the political situation right now? And the New York guy said, Middle America.
Okay.
And the British guy's like, well, it can't be that scary. And the New York guy looks at him dead in the eyes and said, you couldn't even fucking imagine. And I was like,
what?
Okay.
What the fuck is scary about Middle America?
So that's what he was translating to the British guy. And I'm driving there as a dude from Minnesota. I'm like, come on, dude.
What are you talking about?
But again, I do think that like in this political situation, I don't think there's anything to be scared about with Middle America. Now, however, I do think that if we ever have to go to World War III, New York and LA will immediately go, can we get some Texas, Louisiana, and some Florida up in this bitch? Because I'm not going to war. Like these guys aren't doing it. Middle America is the group that like you don't want to push him too much. So I understood his sentiment, but a bullshit thing to say.
Yeah, definitely overblown. At
that time,
because even like because I actually want to touch on this because when we get to the whole Ben Sharpio thing, how they're like it turns and flips on its head where we go, oh, New Yorkers are the scariest. Californians are the scary. LA people are the most woke, scary, what the fuck, and trans people.
Right.
And I'm looking around and I'm like, it's like, not that. I mean, sure, sometimes, but like, it's not that crazy.
Like we would, I mean, me and you both would say the craziest thing, like they're the worst, or
right?
Like something like that. But when it really gets down to it, that's not what we mean.
No. Like there's sections of whatever people, but like for the most part, most people are like pretty fine.
Yeah,
for the most part. And I actually want to talk. I want to tap off this political thing because these politicians are just crazy talking point people, and it's funny how this actually goes down.
Wait, we haven't talked yet. Let's finish the China in the Bayou though. You actually think they're spying though?
Dude, yeah.
How,
remember
though?
the balloon? Remember the Chinese are doing all the time. There's leaks in that shit all the time. There's Chinese people everywhere. They can go because they can go. We just allow anybody in this country, and they're just like taking pictures. They're fucking spying the streets. They're doing Google roads.
Shit,
dog. They're spying all types of shit. And listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing too. We go, oh, well, China's spying. But guess what? America's spying everywhere too. England's spying everywhere. Australia's spying everywhere too. We're spying. They're spying. Russians are spying. They're in this country right now. You've seen the Americans on FX. They're spying all over the fucking place.
They're only spying on the internet. And the only thing that China is learning about the internet is that we can't send our women to America because they will get fucked.
Yeah.
There's too many men whacking off to Asian porn.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh God, what these guys would do to our women.
And listen, like the shit, the porn that we created, the Futurani and the fucking all the crazy animation porn that we created.
No, that's not us, is it?
Some of it. A good amount.
Okay.
It's like some like nerdy guy.
What is that?
It's like the tentacle, essentially tentacle porn, or like some like furry woman has a cock and then she's like fucking something.
That's not coming from the States,
dude. They're like full, dude.
Isn't that like Japanese shit?
Dude, the animation keeps getting better, and it's not.
What are you talking about? Keeps getting better.
It keeps getting better.
You tracked it?
No, I've seen it like years ago, and like I see it now. It now looks like a full feature length movie. Now, get me wrong.
There's like softcore porn.
It's not softcore. It's hardcore.
What are you talking about? What is it called? It's hentai.
It's Futurani. It's hentai, and there's other words. I just forgot what it's called. But like, there's all these other categories.
And it's fun.
Well, no, it looks crazy, but like it
do you kind of get it?
It's interesting. I mean, it's interesting to watch because like it's crazy fantasy. Like that's when porn kind of like takes you on a whole.
You're into tentacles?
I'm not into tentacles. I'm saying like this one porn kind of takes you on a whole nother like land because like this one people get into furry shit. This people get into like crazy like it gets crazy because like now you're thinking okay like oh like what if this furry like and I see her in the bathroom I don't know it gets crazy.
Would you ever go to a furry convention?
Listen. The only reason I might consider it because I hear they're very, very horny, and I personally I can be that way sometimes too. You know what I mean?
What would you dress up as?
That's actually maybe I wouldn't because actually now that I think about it, that's a good question. And to answer that question out loud, I'm gonna have to take my vote out of going because it doesn't sound very good, and like the more I think about it in my head. It sounds terrible. So maybe I should.
You would get fucked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I should avoid. Maybe I should avoid this altogether. Oh maybe I should like stop watching porn and everything. Because
like there would be there's nothing scarier. You love getting fetishized, like you're saying.
Right. And
fetishized there.
Yeah,
would be like a big bear going.
Dude, yeah.
I'm going to hunt that.
Like where did he go? Like and I'm like what the? And I'm like and I'm getting chased down on First Street and no maybe I should.
I think it's in San Diego.
I'm pulling my vote out. One time I saw it right here in downtown LA at the DoubleTree Hotel. They were
like by Staples.
That was like their home hotel, and they're going to the convention center back and forth.
Yeah,
they had like a whole bus going back and forth and shit. Like this was like a couple months.
Did you see like cute girls?
A couple, and then
that made you kind of think.
I was like interesting, but then also I saw like the women that are just like the tooth is like over here, and it's like there's some wacky looking people there.
Do you like the idea that you don't know what you're getting yourself into? Like as far as like, would you want the girl to take the outfit off that you know what you're dealing with? Or are you saying keep it on?
No, no. Well, no. Yeah, take it off. It would be a reveal. It'd be like a fun reveal. I wouldn't.
What if it's not a fun reveal?
Then that's not good. You know what I mean? And that's I have to hear the voice, but then the voice, God only knows nowadays. And it's
how
tough.
scary would it be if it was like
cute voice,
but like the person like had some like voice changer in, and it's like there's like a microphone clipped to him like that, and it's just like you see a beard, and it's like hi, I'm Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse.
Dude,
it's like behind it you can hear like
oh my god. Dude, there's too many like modifications people can make nowadays. Like this shit's like cyberpunk now. Like everyone can just change everything you want, and that's what's so crazy. We're watching Royal Rumble today, and I'm like looking at this chick. I'm like, she's kind of hot, but she's so buff, and she does look like she kind of has a cock. And I'm like, but she kind of looks like what's her name? You know what she looks like? She looks like Tiana, the girl that was dating Iman Shumpert.
Trainer or something.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
She looks like her.
Yeah.
And she's hot. That girl that I'm thinking of is like very hot.
But that girl's also too buff.
She's extremely buff. Like she looked like she looked like, I don't know. It was a bit buff. She looked like she had the shoulders, she had the biceps, the triceps, she had the 6-pack. And I like
because that girl, if you saw her on the street,
yeah,
and you tapped her, if she didn't let's say she had like
hit the shoulders, it'd be
like she had her shoulders
concrete.
If you tapped her on the shoulder, you would expect her to turn around and go,
what's up?
Yeah,
right. Yeah, but maybe you know what I mean. But like if she went like, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? Listen, this has come back into be fetishized. And I'm not gonna go too deep in this because I have we're not gonna go too deep in this. But sometimes, listen, girls fetishize me. Do I mind? Not really. Not really. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, and I have many times, like, big women, they're like, oh my God, you are so adorable. And I'm like, yes, I am. You know what I mean? I would cringe at hearing that. I don't even like repeating what I just said. That sounds crazy. I'm a man. What the fuck? I stand on business. But she said I was so adorable. I'm like, oh my God.
You will let her little spoon you?
Yeah, I'm horny enough. It is what it is. Okay. Right? So some chicks, you know what I mean? They can be buff. It is what it is. They can be strong. She can look like Tiana Taylor or whatever her name is. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Tiana Taylor's hot.
Yeah, but that girl looked like Herschel Walker.
Strong as Herschel Walker, look like Tiana Taylor.
Okay.
God bless her.
Kinda.
God bless her. You know what I mean? Sure, she hits the gym 3 times a week or a day.
She would put you on a like workout regimen, and like her meals must be crazy. That girl that we saw today, eats at minimum, I bet,
chicken rice,
1,000 calories.
Chicken rice and bread.
Calories of chicken and rice.
Yeah, like meal prep and everything. Like, is my chicken rice ready?
You're at any restaurant, and what do you order? Chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice. Yeah.
That would suck.
That would be crazy. I'm like, do you want like
it's in and out,
the lemon glazed shrimp? Like, no, chicken and rice, protein.
Give me 5 beef stacks.
Oh my God, do you have any protein shakes back there? Do you have any milk? I'm like, oh fuck, like baby, this is like wine night. Like what do you mean? Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's crazy, you know. But listen.
That would be disgusting.
Yeah. You know, listen, Royal Rumble, the women's Royal Rumble, I like that because it looks fun. You know what I mean? I like watching it. You know what I mean? It's 2 steps away from a porno. Let's be serious, but I like that.
Like a bad porno.
Porno. I mean, like there's like 30 women in there. There's 30 women. 30. And then sometimes they get eliminated.
There was 30 people dressed as women.
Right.
I would call it, there was at least, for sure, 5 women.
I mean, that's tough. You know what I mean?
That's how the discrepancy was that big.
What about the winner, the one that won? Was she a woman?
Yeah.
She was a woman. You said that because she was like, whatever. She was like, not that hot. She was like,
Well, she wasn't cute.
She wasn't cute. But she won. That was a woman.
I didn't even care. No, I didn't care that she wasn't cute. She had no star power.
No.
That girl had no star power.
No. She was like,
there was all these different characters that were like anime characters.
Yeah.
And had like different like like moves and traits and different like very distinct identities.
Yeah.
Which like were kind of cool.
Yeah.
They played into it.
Right.
She didn't. She just had like crazy trailer trash vibes.
Yeah, she looked like it's like some regular chick.
I guess that was. I guess okay.
I think
that was her thing.
That was her thing. Yeah, because like even like I just like people that are getting it. I just started getting it WWE. I'm trying to influence him into getting it WWE
Never
again.
gonna happen.
And then like it's interesting. Like that chick is like some like chick like in the middle of the group. She wasn't like the leader of the group. She was just like yeah, we should do that. Like she was like one of those chicks.
Yeah, like cheerleader syndrome.
Yeah, like
picked last.
Yeah. Pick last. But I mean, listen. There's horny enough guys. You know what I mean? Like, would?
I mean, I guess it's not a beauty pageant. That's not the point.
No. It's just Royal Rumble scripted.
It's
because you know, like we saw.
How are you so bored to watch that? That's like your thing now.
Well, I don't know. It's fun because what's actually more fun is like the shit talking build up to it. That's more like the fun part.
That's so scary, dude. That's so you're on like Reddit feeds like. Watching and tracking.
No.
How many of these girls are you watching?
No, I'm not.
I know you watch more of the men than the girls.
No. Well, yeah, I was about to say. It might sound a little gay, but I watch the dudes actually. But like, I'm not watching. Dude, I just started streaming.
Who's your favorite?
I just found the streaming site like the other day.
Who's your favorite?
Guy or girl?
Guy. Or do you have like a favorite team?
I just started getting into it.
Who are you leaning towards?
I like Randy Orton just because I know who Randy Orton is.
Is he old?
LA Knight, because he's LA, I guess. I don't know. But he's also like those are the two like top guys. A lot I have to like watch it more. You know what I mean? Like what I do every time I find something interesting, I go back all the way back into the history and then come back to it. That's what I did with F1. That's what I do with a lot of shit. You know what I mean? I've been watching all the 90s shit. I've been watching like full length like videos of like like Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. Like it would be like fucking The Rock versus Triple H. I've been watching shit like that. Happening back in like 1997 to like 2003. Speaking of, Vince McMahon actually he resigned today.
Which I thought because he was dying.
Yeah.
Because
he looks like he's dying.
He was at a UFC event, I believe.
Yes.
And it was a weird interview.
Right.
Where you could tell like, oh, because the Undertaker is like.
It's like he's like undertaking him.
Well, he is married to his daughter.
No. So Triple H is married to
Vince
McMahon's daughter. And now Triple H is essentially running the company.
Which makes sense. And there was an interview where Triple H was talking, being like, everything's well.
Yeah.
And you could see like McMahon looked like deathly.
Yeah. So Vince, he's old. He's up there. You know, now he got like a weird tattoo on his face. Looked like a weird beard. Like it looked like
a tattoo beard.
He looked like he has like a tattoo mustache or whatever. But whatever. Yeah, I mean, dude, he retired a couple years back because there was allegations that he was like paying money to women for sex, right? First of all, personally, I mean it got crazy because it's a publicly traded company, right? That's not good, but like is that
so the rape was bad because of the
No. Initially it was just he had payments to women. That's all it was. He had payments to women for sex. Not good, but like
was it payments like prostitutional payments or was it
hush money payments? Yeah, hush money payments to women, right? So the company found out. They're like they took him off the board. Okay, WWE, that's bad, but like,
it's still hard to tell because when it's such a big company, you don't know. It might not be real,
right?
But it being out there is worse.
Right.
Than even defending yourself in court for something you didn't do.
And what the bad part was is the money was coming from the WWE like checking account, not like his own.
Oh.
That's when it gets okay, like what's happening here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then especially a public traded company, they're like, okay, like then what's happening here? If it's a private company, even if you're doing that, no biggie. If it was coming out your own bank account, not good, but not that crazy. You know what I mean? Like not good, but not that crazy. But then just recently, the other day, that lady was like, dude, he sex trafficked me. Like I guess the allegations were he was forcing her to have sex with like multiple guys like a night during matches, over time, all this stuff, and it was happening like over a period of time.
Oh my god!
And this happened about 20 years ago, and now he's getting got for it. Now she's suing him like crazy. Now, I had nothing to say. I'm not going to go into it, but what is mildly interesting is how this came to be. Is because essentially Vince McMahon stopped paying her. So he was supposed to pay her $3 million in hush money, had an NDA and all this stuff, right?
How much did he pay?
$1 million, and didn't pay the rest.
So the allegations started how many years ago?
2 years ago.
And you started liking the WWE win.
So hold on, hold on. About 5 months ago. Okay, okay, but that's not the point.
But you've gotten into it since.
I got into it since. Now,
okay.
Don't get me wrong. I've started liking. I liked WWE as a kid. I just started getting back into it because YouTube and stuff. Yeah, I was just like who's Stone Cold Steve Austin?
But correlation doesn't equal causation. Blah blah blah.
No. Okay. That's crazy. But it is that is a point to be made. like this happened because he stopped paying.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm gonna say to that.
Oh.
Because essentially,
yeah, I guess that makes a little sense of that's odd.
Essentially, because if the payments kept coming in, there's a very good chance this wouldn't have come to light.
So is she mad he stopped paying, or she's mad what he did?
In the lawsuit, she's mad about what he did, but it didn't come to light until he stopped paying. This happened 20 years ago.
Yeah,
this came to light 2 years ago. Now everyone believes it because Vince McMahon is he seems kind of dirty.
$3 million doesn't seem enough to be sex trafficked.
No, it doesn't seem like that much.
That doesn't seem to correlate well.
No.
With the wildness of that.
No.
I don't understand how. Well, this is happening with Trump right now.
Okay.
So Trump has to pay $83 million.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
To a female that she's alleging he raped her.
Okay.
At
terrible.
Something
but
Borgdorf or Borg.
But she won the case, right? Yeah.
She won, but I don't really get it because it's a civil trial.
Uh-huh.
So it's not
not criminal, yeah. Because it's hard to prove.
Criminal?
It's hard to prove, yeah. So they go
civil.
Now
that's a prime example though.
Another thing, yeah. So yeah.
They're saying he raped her.
Uh-huh.
Or sexually assaulted. The language always kind of changes a little bit. And $83 million now. I go, damn.
It's a lot.
That's like family changing money. $3 million, that'll change
a new house. That's barely.
Yeah, it'll kind of set you up, but you still gotta
you got
you're
financial
still paying
plan
for the water and the electricity and the taxes.
Got a financial plan that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna get but she's got sex trafficked.
Yeah, not good.
And Vince McMahon has just as much money as Trump.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah. They're billionaires, both billionaires. Yeah. So he could have paid. He could have avoided this by paying the bill. And that's another. I mean, again, not good, bad, all this stuff. Also allegations. Also, it can't. Whatever. It came to light when she was paying.
Why do you as an avid fan of WWE that started being a fan after the allegations?
It has nothing to do with the allegations.
What about her story doesn't add up? Just about the she just stopped paying after she started to care again after he stopped.
After he stopped paying, yeah. I'm always a little I'm just always a little I can't take allegations for face value. That's what it is. I'm actually kind of for until they're proven guilty, then they're guilty. And not everyone can be proven guilty.
That's not something that you have to That's nothing wrong with. That's fucking called normal justice.
But so it's not that what she's saying doesn't add up. She could be 100% true. I'm just saying I'm not gonna be that guy to be because I'm looking at all the comments, I'm looking at the tweets, and they go, he 100% he's guilty. Oh my god, he's always done this. Oh my god, he throw him into the jail. Oh my god, dude, there's allegations. They're allegations, and I struggle with that. I'm like, dude, chill for a second, because we everybody every time this happens over and over again to guys, unfortunately, regardless, it can literally be a woman going, oh my god, this basketball player, he's a terrible father. Fuck him, he's a terrible father, right? And let's say, and she's, mind you, in the midst of it, she's filing for divorce, right?
And it's because, as much as people always go how gross is our country, how gross is our culture,
mm-hmm.
if you have allegations about you,
mm-hmm.
because we actually are a country and a culture of good people,
mm-hmm.
that will stick with you forever.
Forever, regardless if it's
that
true
means
or not.
We're good people,
right?
If it's if I've heard you cheated on your wife, or you've done something shitty,
mm-hmm.
or you raped someone,
mm-hmm.
I will forever go,
ugh.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, whoa.
Like, not even if you didn't,
mm-hmm.
how did you get yourself in a spot that's even being said?
Right.
And slightly justified.
Right.
Because like a Vince McMahon, for example, he has been such a womanizing douchebag
Right.
forever.
Right.
That like it doesn't seem
that
out of bounds that could have happened.
Right.
So whenever you're that dirty,
right.
and it's smut
right.
that he puts out,
right.
people say he like sexually assaulted or maybe even attracted somebody. You go, I can see it.
Right. And that's what the comments and all the saying was because it actually doesn't seem that, even me personally, it does not seem that far off. It actually kind of like you get this girl, you have all the power, you know, you're the king of king of the entertainment or whatever, and you get this girl, oh my God, I want to work for you. Well, you got to suck this dick first.
Right.
And then like, you know, all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, she'll suck your dick too. Jason, whatever the other executive name is.
That's why I don't feel that bad for those guys sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Vince McMahon-esque guys.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, dude, what did you expect would happen?
Right.
Like at some point, somebody's going to go.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't,
mm-hmm.
they're going to go, I'm going to say something crazy.
Yeah.
And it's close enough to the surface
mm-hmm.
that everyone goes.
It seems true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Trump thing.
And
it's like Trump's a big enough asshole that they
right.
go, he gets all these sexual assaults. Nothing's been proven real.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that it's not.
Right.
But like it's close enough to the surface where you're like, am I really surprised if Trump did it? I mean, he said grab her by the poo-tang.
Right.
How crazy would it be if he actually did it?
Right.
He said he does it.
Right.
So then why would he not do it?
Right. But I
get you also didn't do it unless proven.
Right.
So like it's weird.
It's tough. It's tough because like that's proof against it, but like I get what you're saying. Like it could be in the realm of possibility that's true.
So when I do think that like these guys have these stacking allegations,
mm-hmm.
I go, you've put yourself in a lot of weird rooms.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be
gonna
happen.
It's gonna come
like if you've been to Epstein Island,
yeah.
people go, well, if you're on the plane, that means you didn't do anything weird.
Yeah.
True.
Possible, yeah.
But you still got
island.
in that environment enough that you got invited.
Yeah. Dude.
So if you got invited, that I would imagine they go, I think this guy's a fucking freak.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie. I felt so bad because I was really fucking with RFK Jr. dog. I was fucking with him hard. And I'm still kind of fucking with him hard.
Was he on the papers?
He was on the papers. Yeah.
See, yeah, I have to put it towards everyone. I don't know.
Yeah.
I personally think that like I don't think who's the other Eddie Murphy
mm-hmm.
was it? No, Chris Tucker.
He was there?
Well,
he was on the list?
Chris Tucker was on his flight list.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, Chris Tucker is sticking to the point that they went to Africa together. And he was like, and so like this is the thing. I've never heard anything else crazy about Chris Tucker before.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard anything else crazy about RFK Jr.
Right.
I hope that they both had the ethics
mm-hmm.
to be able to go into a disgusting situation and still not do anything crazy. Chris Tucker was vocal about this before the papers came out.
Okay.
Now, when you say RFK Jr. was there, it is concerning that he didn't speak about it.
He didn't say
now, unless he did, and I just hadn't heard.
I take that back. He did mention that he knew who Epstein was at some point. I remember kind of hearing about that, but I don't
because he's such a whistleblower. He better, in my eyes, as a person who does support him currently.
Yeah.
I will look into it and be like, dude, if you didn't like
I'm pretty
whistleblow a little.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it said at some point that he knew who Epstein was. I don't know about the plane.
And it sounds like everybody knew who he was.
Right.
That's the craziest part.
Right. That's the crazy part. Yeah.
I guess one thing that I do have the slightest amount of empathy for is that sometimes a good guy wouldn't know how dark it could get.
No, yeah.
So you could potentially go to an island that's with a party.
And you're like, again, like, okay, the scientists are there, the big minds are there, the thinking minds are there. We just get together.
And you're like, ooh, this felt icky.
Yeah.
But you could have never imagined it got as dark as it really did.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
who's the comedian right now that's like, you said, why didn't anybody go to the island and say, who brought their kids?
Cat Williams, no?
Was it Cat Williams? Yeah.
I don't know who said
Maybe
that.
it was him.
Yeah. Dude, who brought the kids? I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, because how did the kids get there? They flew, except whatever. Anyway, I I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because dude, I have walked into dark rooms and didn't realize how dark it would get. Usually it'd be like some party or some crazy shit. That like it's like oh great Hollywood Hills party. Oh, in this weird club in Hollywood, this little den over the side of here. And I'm looking around. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't know if I've ever been to a dark party like that, but I've been to a party before where, like, when it gets too late in the night and like everyone's drugs click in and everyone's been drinking too much, it goes from like, oh, it's like a fun birthday party to like, ooh, this is like
it's nasty,
not my place. Yeah, I'm not like interested in being here at all. Yeah, I don't remember who it was.
The Abbey is one of those fucking places. Like imagine okay, it's known. It's literally on the Google reviews that the people on PV Abbey get drugged all the time by the people, the bartenders, the this, the that. It's busy, it's popping, all this stuff. But the other half of the comments goes, well, it's fun. The music is great. Oh my God, right? I've been to the Abbey a couple of times. Like if someone were to go, oh, Cam drugged somebody, you could be like, oh, Cam will go to the Abbey. He goes to the Abbey. I'm like, the fuck I did not. The fuck I didn't. But I mean, kind of, sort of. You can be like, oh, you went there, didn't you?
Right.
And I'm like,
and people like, I wouldn't like, I mean, I would, and this is not just because like the Abbey, for example, like people get drugged there all the time.
I got drugged there. Where's the camera? I've gotten drugged at the Abbey, you motherfuckers.
So if people have been drugged at the Abbey, they've been raped at the Abbey.
Well,
right?
I never got raped.
No.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
I just went to McDonald's and puked at McDonald's. That's all I did.
But we don't know what happened in the 6 hours, though.
I mean, yeah, I think I was just like fumbling around with a sandwich at McDonald's, but whatever.
No, but what I'm saying, I'm not saying you got raped.
Yeah,
I don't think you got raped. You've been weird since that day.
Whoa.
But I do think. But so if you've been to a place that you've got drugged, that's a place that people get raped.
Likely.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I would say the probability is probably 100%.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, but that doesn't mean you took part in any of it. You
no.
Just, like, when you thought you were going to a party.
No.
Like, if you were a comedian in the 90s that, like, was popping, I would imagine you somehow ended up at Epstein Island accidentally.
Decent chance. Because, I said, I've even been, like, weird houses that I shouldn't have gone. Or, like, that I shouldn't, like, am qualified to be in. And, like, so, I kind of, like, again, that's why I kind of say, like, wait to the like allegations are like, because also, like, you gotta understand, people can kind of say anything if they're mad, especially if they're mad at someone.
Why has no one actually been honest about, like, I went to the island and this is what it was like? You haven't,
because I guess you're probably gonna get shit on before you even say the next sentence.
Did everybody who go to the island just always have sex with somebody like underage? Because it almost seems as that's if more people came out and said, "Look, the island party was crazy." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you would imagine, like, there would be if it was just a party every once in a while, there would be some figure, not Kanye, but a figure during that time and era that was big enough that would go, "Dog, I went."
For some reason, I think for some of it, he was like a Rick James.
Yeah. It was crazy,
balling. Yeah,
and like, don't get me wrong, it was fun.
Yeah.
But then you would realize, oh, if you stayed too late, it got weird.
Right.
It sounds.
But we're on an island. Where am I gonna
go? It sounds like everybody did something dirty there,
right?
Because no one's just saying, "Yeah, I went to the island and like went for a business meeting, or went for a dinner,
right?"
And like, I'm just telling you, Epstein had he had cool parties.
Yeah, good food.
Even everybody's willing to say Diddy had Diddy parties.
Yeah, no one's tripping about that.
We're learning that there was a bunch of rape.
All white parties, you know what I'm saying?
But now we learned he was raping everybody.
All cum parties.
But people, that still doesn't put past the people go, but a Diddy party
sounds fun.
Sick.
Oh yeah, Chris
Brown. It got weird.
Yeah.
They say it got weird.
Yeah.
I like a lot of like young R&B artists will say Diddy's parties were dope until they weren't.
Yeah. Right.
You don't hear about the Epstein. It sounds like it was just smut.
Yeah. It's tough, man. It's tough. I mean, who knows? Who knows? You know what I mean? I mean, yeah.
A lot of people, apparently. A
lot of people know. A lot of people know, but they keep their mouth fucking shut. You know what I mean? It's tough, man. And I don't know.
That's where we need more comedians in the world, like, investigating.
Yeah.
Because if, like, you do know that, like, if the right comedian was down there, he'd be like, dog, like, we're gonna talk about this.
The whole thing. He already got killed before he even
Yeah, I guess they're just muzzling people.
He would have got killed in the air on the way back for sure.
It's that dangerous still.
Yeah,
that's what's actually going on.
Like, dude, like first of all,
because if they kill the main guy.
And
publicly,
homegirl, you know, she's just shutting the fuck up. They made that. Dude, how many trials did they make? They made the Johnny Depp and the Amber Heard trial public as fuck. You see it on the news every day. But like, what's her name? Ghislaine Maxwell. You don't see shit. You don't hear shit. She's in jail. She probably, dude. I bet you. I fucking bet you. I thought about this the other day. I bet Ghislaine Maxwell got like transferred somewhere to a prison, and she's like probably not in prison anymore.
Why? So okay. She is the only person that's gone to jail over this after Epstein.
Right.
What? So they have been able to prove that she was a orchestrator, a fucking demon monster.
Has the list.
That orchestrated human sex trafficking.
She did it.
They proved that it was happening.
She could have been more she did it than he was.
But like in all of that.
Yeah.
So they're like, you're the person that was orchestrating it,
right?
Which is the person that I think should get the most years.
Yeah.
But how have none of the top clients gone to prison yet? That's crazy.
That's crazy. Bill Clinton, none but untouchable.
Like they should, like you would imagine, like every client should go to prison,
right?
So if you've been able to prove that it happened, we just weren't able to get any of the clients.
The list was out. The courts have the list already. It's already there.
It's the flight logs, though. It's technically not like, what you're saying is that the flight log's the list.
Yeah, the flight log. Pretty much.
The party started on the plane.
And/or Ghislaine knows straight up. Just ask her. Ask her. Go down to whatever fucking thing she's at, probably a mansion by now, and be like, "What fucking prison are you in? Or what people did it?"
Right.
And she'll know.
What's up? Can you hear us?
Not really, like a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. What up? Curly headed overlord in the building. There.
I love it. Oh yeah, she's sleeping. Now you're watching The Crown. Deep in it.
Our special guest CC is not here today. She's sleeping.
The baby-headed overlord.
Yeah. Baby-headed overlord is pondering her next move. But yeah, no, just ask her.
Well, she's not speaking though.
No, she's not speaking. So
Epstein died because he was about to squawk.
Yeah, he's about to, and then Ghislaine said, "No, not today." Right, and then so she goes again. She's probably in some mansion somewhere, and like. I think you say, okay, that's what I was going to say. The powers that be are not in jail because the power that bees are keeping that that case closed. They're not open that can of bees. You think we're talking like top-notch Illuminati. You don't think that they're going to be like, shut that shit the fuck down?
It's just unbelievable that none of her clients are in jail.
Because they're probably the most powerful people in the world. And they're keeping her from not snitching. She's probably not going to snitch, but they're keeping her from like, she's probably, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She's probably comfortable right now.
And so Stephen Hawkins is dead, right?
Right.
That's the only person that we've gotten any knowledge of.
And the one,
what he did.
The one, the magic guy, and Bill Clinton.
But Bill Clinton, we have like with Stephen Hawkins, we heard that he had little people jumping up and doing math problems.
Oh God. Okay.
You not hear this?
No. You had like naked women doing math problems or something?
No, dude. He had people of small stature. He had little people.
Really?
Yes. His get off was so his penis still worked. He just couldn't move.
Which is crazy, but okay.
Because he had ALS or Parkinson's.
Yes, yeah, I think
like
ALS, but yeah.
So he liked to watch small people try to do difficult math problems on a whiteboard that was too high for them.
Wow, that's a weird kink, but okay.
That was his kink.
Wow.
And that would get him hard.
Wow.
That's the type of service that they provided down there.
Wow. Like we will give you like this specific kink.
Yes. They said that was his thing.
How much were those little people paid? Because I'm broke still. But go ahead.
What would it take to
Maybe because I'm so against this allegation because I was there. No, no. Go ahead. Sorry.
You should come out and just be like,
listen,
I'm one of the Stephen Hawking's guys, and honestly, it was fun.
Listen, the check was nice. Okay, like Like, that's why I'm not shutting the fuck up about it. That's why I love Ghislaine. You know what I'm saying?
So you never heard this before?
R.I.P. my homie Epstein. You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised that, like, because I would imagine your community is small.
Pretty literally and figuratively, yes.
I would wonder, like,
I would know a guy. I would know a guy by now. Like, I would like know a homie. But I also
and if okay, would you be pissed?
Yeah.
Because I don't think these individuals had sex with him. I think they just did math problems naked.
Okay.
Which is
pretty crazy.
But like that's basically like the Roosevelt 10 years ago.
Well, I mean, well,
no.
What year is it? No, it was 10 years ago.
2018.
It was 10 years ago. Yeah, that's right. You're right.
But okay, what would you be pissed if they didn't at least ask you? Like, let's say it was $1 million,
right,
and your buddy's doing it.
And but here's how the pitch.
Not saying like, hey, I got you.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Cam, like,
no,
I got a hook.
So here's how it usually goes down. Like some crazy shit's gonna happen. This is how they ask you. You ready? Okay, they go, hey Cam, you know I know like there's a gig coming up, big pay
that I'm doing,
big pay, but we got to go somewhere and we'll be back in 3 days. Like I know it's kind of
that's it.
So I know it's kind of crazy, but like you know you just gotta entertain some people, and then like you know we'll just be back in 3 days. How much we're talking? $300,000. I'm in. I'm in.
Have you ever had to do a gig that you showed up to and you're like, what the fuck? And it was that vague?
Yes. Yeah. And
I got there and you're like, what the fuck?
Well, I got there and they told me like really what it was like there.
Gotcha.
And I go, whoa, you didn't explain that part to me.
So what probably would happen in a scenario like this is probably like, maybe like, hey, $50,000, we're having a big party.
Mm-hmm.
We need some talent down there.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna like be a server.
They'll pay for your they'll pay for your flight, they'll pay for your hotel, you'll be back in 3 days, no problem.
Like you're an entertainer. Can you like sing? Can you dance?
Yeah.
Like are you cool with entertaining this party?
Right. And then
you probably know it's funky a little.
Something funky, but what they'll do is because I know people who actually do that, like like the little people that entertain parties that they full blown, like they're in the party, like right, and they go, well, just be they whisper in your ear, like usually at the last second, they're like, just do whatever they want, whatever.
And then does that come with like a little extra check at the end?
Depends.
Like, hey, I know that you probably didn't know that this was what this was like tonight.
Yeah.
So like,
it can be.
We're gonna have everyone gets an extra $1,000.
It's extra $20,000. Yeah.
But down there, it would have to be like an extra $100,000.
Yeah. Because I'm like, hey, that was kind of crazy. You can complain a little bit, but like, this is how you complain. This is how you complain and keep your job. Okay, you go, that was a little crazy, but I'm chill about it and everything. Like I'm not, I don't have any issue with it, but like that was a little over. What it said in the thing and what it happened was a little crazy. They go, usually it's usually a lady, and she go, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. We'll make sure we'll make it right. Okay, we'll make it right.
And she just comes back with cash.
Yeah. Then you're like, okay, and that's the end of it. We shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
So the island was like,
I said no to a lot of shit, and I've seen some shit. I know a couple homegirls that seen all this shit, and I say no to a lot of shit, and they tell me, they go, homie,
so there's some.
I've seen like XYZ's cock before, and it's a celebrity.
Really?
Yes.
Any like legit celebs?
Like I've seen like he just showed me his cock, like, and I'm like, what?
Which celebrity is the best A-list that like has done some dirty shit?
To people that I know?
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't out them?
No, I can't say it.
Like how? Because they're too like family friendly.
No, it's just like it's like a little bit of like this information was given to me from someone who shouldn't have told me.
But they shouldn't have told you because you're in a squad
on a podcast. With eventually we reach millions of people. No.
So we're not ready for that clip yet.
We're not ready for that clip yet. Eventually,
you gotta give
once
us that clip.
once the people ask, when the people ask, we might give it to them.
What people ask?
Like the comment people. Yeah, when the people ask.
Got it.
If you come back to this episode when you see it, right?
So what? Okay, what would our subscriber count have to get to on YouTube?
Oh,
in order for you to drop this,
minimum 25K.
So if we get to $25,000
subscribers,
so we get to 25,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
You will drop the name.
Yeah.
Of who your friend.
Yeah.
Who happened to be a little person.
Yep.
Whose
cock she saw.
Saw.
But
like forcefully saw?
I guess forcefully.
It was like a sex party.
I guess forcefully. It's like let me see my cock. Let me show you my cock. Like, yeah. I guess you can call it forcibly. Yeah.
Okay. What's his industry?
Entertainment industry.
That's so.
It's so such vague. That's such the vaguest word.
So singer though.
No.
Athlete.
Actor.
Okay, there you go. Actor. That's
Yeah.
all I needed to know.
Yeah.
All right, so we're getting 25,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Out of our like literally 250.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
We got to grow by like
Get
20,000
up
times
to 25,000 subscribers on our YouTube
on YouTube.
or 100,000 on our Instagram.
Word.
You drop it.
Well, why not? Whatever. Because we just need to grow subscribers. And this is how. By the way, this is literally. What I just did was like what like a lot of women just do. What I just said right there. And they go like, I can't wait to get famous because I'm gonna out this motherfucker. Like literally, like, and I just like that's pretty low subscriber count to be like, guess what? Like, guess what happened to Jason Derulo? You know what I mean? Not him.
It was Jason Derulo.
No. I just named the name, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like 25,000 subscribers, just real as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a little funny, but this is actually what people do. Like, what I just did is what people actually do all the time.
Yeah.
Like, and you see this, and this is a side note. I just find it really funny. But like a lot of these trans women that are now women, dude, like I think it's really weird how there's already enough pressure in y'all as is, but I find it really interesting and funny where like a trans woman will like come on a podcast or come on a show and be like, I fucked Chris Brown, and oh god, maybe that's the wrong words in the wrong.
No, I know her.
Yeah.
And she did fuck Chris Brown.
Okay. Oh, she said it.
Yeah, Chris Brown pulled a gun on her.
Okay, because I didn't want to out. Whatever.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if she fucked him, but he definitely pulled a gun on her.
Yeah. But like, so I'm like, in a way, I'm like, don't you want to kind of shut the fuck up about that? Like, I don't know.
Well, I think she like baited it. I mean, she knew that would get like hits. But she also didn't.
But that's the point.
But she didn't ask for the gun.
No. That the gun.
You know
part.
what I mean? So like
gun part, fair enough.
When I would hope to God for our podcast sake, if Chris Brown pulled a gun on you,
yeah,
you would be like,
guess what?
Save it for the pod.
Guess what? Yeah. Speaking of Delta Airline, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, but like, yeah. So I mean, a gun part, I understand. But I do find it interesting, like trans women in the.
I don't know if it was before or after they had sex though.
Okay, fair enough. But I do find it interesting where like people would just kind of be like, guess what? You know what I mean? It's like their moment to shine.
Yeah.
And again,
because there's a weird question at bay of whether or not a trans individual has to tell someone whether or not they started life as a different person before they engage in sexual activity.
And guess what? You should.
I think you probably should.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. But I'm also the type of person in life. I think you should probably like know someone a little bit better before you have sex with them.
Yeah. Sure.
So like, ask some questions.
Yeah.
Like
what was your activities at 8 years old?
Yeah,
like was it like football or was it like princesses?
So I also kind of think, to be honest, fully, I think that an individual that doesn't ask enough questions is going to have sex with people that they didn't know that they didn't like before they had sex with them. So like, if you're engaging in that type of sexual behavior, it's coming to you in a variety of ways regardless.
Yeah, like whatever.
So I do think like the sexual identity of someone is something that should be discussed. But I think also there's a lot of other things that should be discussed.
Oh yeah, like do you have AIDS?
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't know. I think it's just coming to you.
You're talking to a person who's like had like sometimes the most randomest encounters ever. You know what I mean? Like I told you about the July 4th thing. I told you about also all these other situations where like it happened like within 5 seconds of like knowing someone, and I'm like you know. And listen, it was crazy. You know what I mean? I had fun. You know, those weird random encounters. You know what I mean? I was fetishized, and I am a victim. Okay, but like, yeah. I mean, do you ever
actually
know what's coming to me?
You think you've been sexually assaulted in a way that you were like, that was cool though?
Yeah. I I had women.
You were comfortable with it, or you were like,
Not actually not like certain depend like actually a couple times I actually wasn't okay with it. I had women like totally grab my balls. Like I had a couple women grab my balls a few times.
Yeah.
Touch my ass. That's happened plenty more times, but that doesn't really bother me as much as that. But women will claim that as sexual assault.
I had a guy once in college at it was it wasn't a gay club, but it was definitely a gay night at a bar, and he fully grabbed my sack.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this is crazy in here.
Yeah.
And I actually get why girls get mad, because like guys approach the person that they like different. And that was the first time that I had ever been approached by a man in that way. And I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, that wasn't very chill.
And I think that probably happens to girls a lot in different ways at the club.
Right.
Slapping the butt,
right.
Just being fucking weird, gropey, all these things.
And it's more like an unexpected, like, what the fuck? More than like, you know, like, I don't know. It's
yeah, I'm not like running out and calling the cops.
Yeah.
I'm just like looking at him like,
what the fuck is your problem?
Dude.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah. Do it again. Then I might stab you in the face.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so yeah, kind of, but nothing like crazy, like
nothing to call cops over.
Like my body has never been like moved or adjusted. if that makes any sense. Yeah. I've been like standing still and some shit happened.
Just
or
like
whatever.
yeah.
Dude. And let me tell you something. You know what's so crazy about this? Is like I've actually had my balls grabbed by like pretty hot women, and they didn't fuck me afterwards. So I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? I'm like,
really?
I'm like, how are you gonna go for the how are you gonna like grab for the fish and not cook it? Are you kidding me right now? What the fuck are you grabbing my balls for if you don't fuck me? Come on. What are you doing that? Was it a tease? A sexual assault tease? I don't like that. You know? And you know, this is going to sound super crazy. Well, no, I'm not even going to say it. It sounds so crazy. But like that thought that I just had, I wonder if like some women actually have that thought. Like, what are you going to do about it?
Well, of course.
Like a little bit. You know what I mean?
Like they sexually assault.
Like they got sexual assault. Like what happened? Like like I said, girl grabbed my dick and like, she was pretty hot, right? And I was like, what the fuck? Because I was more like, surprised, what the fuck? But she was so hot. I'm like, how about you do something about it then?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna go there, but I'm just saying I wonder if people have that thought, have had that thought before. You know what I mean? I'm not just me. Maybe I'm just like extra horny. I need to chill. Anyway, let's go to the next hard topic.
Let's see Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, let's go to the Ben Shapiro, because I actually been wanting to talk about this for a long time. So Ben Shapiro came out with a music video with this other rapper guy, and I have to show you this, dude, because this is like a different level of like.
Is this like cringe?
It's extremely cringe. I've never seen something more cringe in my life. With him, there, go to videos.
Oh my god, it's with Tom McDonald.
Who is that?
He's a big like white MAGA rapper.
It sounds like it.
I'm not a Tom McDonald fan. Just like I've listened to. I think there was one song from Tom McDonald that I thought was vaguely catchy, and then I went into Tom McDonald's catalog, and I went, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, this dude, like the lineup of this song. The song is exactly what the lineup looks like. I'll put it that way. Let's watch this. So this is what I'm talking about.
This is a new thing that I've been seeing. I'm going to show you another group after this.
Okay.
It's just weird.
He said, "I won't tell you your sons and the thugs and your daughters and the hoes, but look at this fool." And I'm sure, who's he talking about? Just curious.
Who?
Who's he talking about? I guess liberal, sort of, but like.
Yeah. It's like.
That's something. Who are you talking about? Jesus Christ. God, I want to shoot the TV right now. You can pause it. You can. Jesus Christ.
Like what he's talking directly to the liberal voters.
Sure.
And so this is a new thing that I've definitely seen in the far right groups.
Mhm.
These like political raps.
Yeah.
And
I want to blow my brains out because first of all, that sounds so terrible. But go ahead.
Well, yeah, it's always, I think it's funny because it's like
cringe.
Well, what it is, it's an anthem more than it's like a dope rap.
Yeah.
Right. It's because it's
like a political anthem. It's like an ideology, political anthem.
Yeah.
Every word he said was like ideology, essentially.
What it's always tough because the right can never, like, I think that's very cringy, like in all of it.
Yeah.
I get what they're trying to do with it.
Yeah, sure.
Because the left has done this so well.
Right.
The left does cool way better.
Yeah.
They like there's political songs on the left.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
Oh yeah.
And it's a vibe.
Sure.
Fuck Donald Trump went hard.
Yeah, it was in clubs and everything. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
so like that was dope. And so I think what he's trying to do is something in that nature.
The opposite, yeah.
And McDonald's been doing this for like a long time.
Okay.
And so he made a little bit of traction during Trump's era, and now I could see how he's kind of going to come back again during this next political season.
Yeah.
I don't think the right needs to play this game.
Okay.
The way that like it's like you hate that the left does it.
That's what I'm saying. That
so then you're doing it.
You're doing the exact same thing.
And so they're saying like I'm gonna hit you head to head.
Yes.
On this game.
Yes.
But the right is always saying stop sexualizing our children in culture. Stop seeping your message in the music.
Right.
Stop making underlying things so not blatantly obvious but obvious at the same time. Now, the only thing I would give this is that there's nothing subtle.
Sure.
And that's why it's so cringe. Like when you're having like Ben Shapiro on it just makes it cringe.
Yeah, and I'm like, ugh. It makes it, ugh. Yeah.
I get what they're doing because they're like, it's a slap in the face. They know it's gonna piss people off.
Yeah, sure.
I'll show you another.
I just go like because like the sentence because like they go okay it's just liberals. They go like oh you're going to prison. You're taking our daughters. And the message is constantly changing. It's like I'm like who's sending who to prison? Who's turning into thugs? What liberals turning someone into thugs? You're talking about rappers. Who's going to prison? You're talking about like sure you might be talking about
what rapper is so like right so for example rap has eroded a lot of young kids' brains.
1,000,000%.
And that's even why like even for me as weird as this is. So I grew up on 90s rap.
Yep.
I loved it.
Yep.
Now and I was totally a kid. I even had like a FUBU jersey, all this shit.
Word.
And when people would say like my dad would say like you got to be careful with music. And the sexualization of like women, like all these types of things in music. And to me, like I liked 50 Cent, I liked The Game.
Yeah.
Obviously like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and Eminem and that whole like lineage.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, holy shit.
Yeah.
Now, what it felt like to me is that The Game and 50 Cent and like Snoop Dogg, when they were talking about their struggles, it was something that they'd overcome.
Yeah.
So like through the wire, through the wire was like obviously an accident, but like there's with Kanye, it's an overcoming song.
Yeah.
The same way that 50 Cent getting shot 9 times was an overcoming song.
Many wish death on me. Yep.
He's like, you thought you could kill me, I got out.
Yep.
Now where rap is today is it's cool to stay in.
Yeah.
And I felt that transitioning a little bit because there was moments in 90s rap where it was like, oh, you think you're hood? Prove it.
Yeah.
And now, like, as
When
the
beef started and
the
stuff
normal like white dudes, like normal white middle America guy goes, oh, well, I would never prove that I'm like hood. I'm not hood.
Yeah.
But what it was making, I feel like a lot of like young black dudes is I have to prove it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I gotta like step.
No, that's true in music
And
today
so
for
when
sure.
you're like
Negative.
So then like you have Biggie Smalls and Tupac kill each other.
Yeah.
To prove it.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
Why are they proving it?
Right.
We don't like want them to prove it.
Right. We
Like,
love both
everybody
of them.
loves a diss track.
We love both of them. Yeah.
And so, and remember when I think it was 50 Cent and Ja Rule were beefing,
Mm-hmm.
and there was almost a moment where people were like, "Oh shit, is this going to be a Biggie Tupac thing?
Yeah.
Is someone going to die over this?" And thank God no one did.
Yeah.
And now, like the NBA young boys and
a lot of like mid-level rap, like Chicago rap, and like all these like weird
like
raps.
who's the O Block guys?
The Lil Durk, and all those guys.
Little Durk.
Yeah.
They're still in it.
Yeah.
And they're rapping about murders that they're currently committing.
Yeah.
It's so different than the story of overcoming.
Yeah.
And what sucks is I actually think rap is better today than it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
Lyrically,
Yep.
The way that production is like so sick. It
great.
sounds so awesome.
That's great.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think Little Durk slaps.
Yeah. Sounds great.
But it sucks because I can't support it.
Yeah.
Because it's perpetuating this thing.
Murder.
That, like, you
violence,
have to stay in it. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's such a weird conflict that I don't think old enough to be aware of when I really liked where hip hop was.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it was a different narrative back in the day.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, I grew up. I was listening to 50 Cent, Chingy, Ludacris, T-Pain. You know how hard I went to the T-Pain concerts because I knew every fucking song.
Yeah.
You know, like that was my whole childhood. But like, I'm sprung. You know, I'm eighth grade talking about I'm sprung. So like fun club. I'm trying to get a girl music. You know what I'm saying? That's cool.
And it was all. Don't get me wrong. Like people be like, it was so sexualized. Like Magic Stick and Candy Shop.
Sure.
Like 50 Cent now I think about it and I go, I still think those songs are honestly great.
Yeah.
But I do go, whoa, he's making this thing like he's just talking about his dick as like a candy shop, whatever.
Yeah.
Now where we're like in the sexy red age of rap,
Mm-hmm.
it's like
The women just doing the same thing.
yeah, but they're doing the same thing, but like rap's at a spot where it's like spit on my dick and suck it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and the women are like, spit on my pussy and eat it.
right. So we're like, what are we like? Really?
Yeah. Women rappers are.
And I get that,
worse.
like, and so now I am a hypocrite because like, what's that song like? Whips and chains and handcuffs.
Rihanna.
No, like, ooh, girl, I like it rough. Whips and like, there's I think it's like a Nelly song.
Chains and whips excite me.
No. It's a Ludacris song. It's a Ludacris song that was like a song back in the day where he's like kind of over describing of like, yo, I like it rough. Oh, I like it rough and I can like I like
big butts and I cannot lie.
No, I like it rough. It's like Ludacris song or something.
Okay, sure.
And so yeah, mixing those two ones together, but like we've slowly seen rap progressively like cross a line, and I was like for a long time because I was younger and I didn't fully understand, or I thought it was fucking funny, and I didn't realize that 30-year-olds were speaking languages that a 16-year-old thought was funny.
Yeah.
Now when I'm like 30, I'm like, wait, you still think this is like, you're actually gonna get on a mic and like sing this as a 35-year-old or 50-year-old guy sometimes now and say like, this is cool. I'm like, no, it was funny when I was 16.
Right.
It still sounds good when you're 30, but like you still comes with a little like, we know this is stupid though,
yeah,
right?
like we know you live in Connecticut. Like we know you have a big mansion over there. You're not banging.
So,
sets.
but I think what a song like that was promoting was it's cringy as fuck.
Yeah.
But like rap is in the darkest era it's ever been in.
Well, yeah, interesting enough, I was looking at this tweet or video or something like that, and they go, you know, why is black guys going, why do we have the craziest music in clubs talking about like murder, sexualizing, do all this crazy shit, It barely even sexualized. It's more like the violence murder thing. Because club, you're in a hookup. You know, there's like a little bit of understanding there. But like the murder to fight, fuck him up, kill him, this night.
I'm like way less bothered by the sexualization stuff than the murder.
Than the murder part, right? And then so we go. So
what's up? Oh, have you seen that?
Oh, is that the
on Amazon?
Oh,
it's caffeine.
Oh, it's here.
Thank you.
It's here. It's here.
How messed up is this?
The booger sugar is here. The booger sugar. The booger sugar. We found legal booger sugar. I love that bag. Dude,
is it really?
What's so crazy? It has like a scan code. Scan code for booger sugar.
No way.
Yo, the booger sugar.
It's called a bump. Instant energy on demand. What? Oh, you do not try this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will try it for the first time.
You're not trying.
Let me see what it is.
Hit a caffeine?
Let me see.
Is it really caffeine?
Yeah, it's caffeine.
Dude, this looks like cocaine. Let me tell you.
Put it in a container.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
With
With
$100
a fake $100 bill.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if I die tonight,
Sniff it.
want a bump? Energy
This
on demand.
is out of control.
Dude, this is great. All right, so check this out. All right. So let me show you how I used to party, ladies and gentlemen.
Be careful with how much you use.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
This is how big of a pussy I am. I'm like, don't sniff too much caffeine. I'm scared. I could never watch someone sniff coke. It'd be way too scary.
All right.
I mean, I got it for this.
We check the ingredients first before I.
Yeah,
What's in the ingredients?
Yeah. You want to check it out here?
Let me check the ingredients before I start sniffing some shit. Okay. Even though.
Most people don't.
I know. Here's what's funny, because like if we're like at a party and I'm drunk right now, I would be like, oh, okay.
It is actually kind of scary, right?
Like I don't know what it is. Sure.
It might be just this.
It's literally face.
Been given this.
Yeah, it's literally faceless joke. Like I don't know what it is, but today, it's fine. You know what I mean?
Call bump.
Okay, call bump.
All right, so. Okay, so we were talking about.
All right.
God, we got on
Quick
some
break.
rants actually tonight.
Yeah, we got some mad rants.
So, wanna bump apparently sucks, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a little bit of energy. I don't want to take another one right now because I'm actually like I need to like tone it down a little more for the night to end.
Sure.
But I'll try it again next.
It might not suck, but I actually think you maybe didn't use it right.
A couple, yeah, maybe not enough. And I'm also on coffee. I'll have to try it like without coffee, and then like another probably next episode.
Now I don't know what type of political rant. We were on like that rap hip hop.
Yeah, so
Rant
like
about-
like and I was saying like it's a little getting a little toxic. I think I was like right in the middle of saying like rap is getting.
Oh,
a
we
little
were talking
toxic.
about sexualization and murder.
Yeah,
in rap.
in sexualization and rap, and you were like
And
you
how
were,
like
and you were like oh I don't really mind sexualization and murder. Right? I think that right there.
I'm
is
not.
your cutoff.
I'm less. No, yeah,
Less,
maybe
less,
I-
yeah.
It bothers me a little bit less.
Yes.
I didn't say a little bit, but now that I think about it with a more clarity, it's murder is a bigger issue to me than the sexualization.
Yes, I think we're in right
because
there.
one ends someone's life and the other one we also shouldn't do, but we should like. There's always gonna be a little sexualization in society.
Yeah,
I also think it's way too far.
right, but it's also like club music. You know, you got to think of like club music. Like that's always gonna
Yeah.
whatever genre it is, it's always gonna be about that.
And I do get that like the sexy reds are doing what guys have been doing for a long
Oh,
time.
1,000,000,000%. Megan Thee Stallion, that's all it is. It's actually like that's why I think people like it, because it's actually coming back to like early damn near 90s.
So I'm thinking of What's Your Fantasy by Ludacris. Remember that song?
That was a breakthrough song when it got a little crazy.
So
sexualized.
it's that was when I kind of remember like going,
yeah.
oh, this is getting pretty.
Yeah.
This is getting to a line that maybe don't get me wrong. I sang that song out loud, excited
right.
many times in my life.
Right.
But I felt like, oh, this is starting to cross a line.
Yeah, that song, My Neck, My Back. But that was earlier. I think that was earlier than that. I think maybe. I'm not sure.
So then, and My Neck, she is the first sexy red.
Well, yeah. Well, and then there was oh my God, what is her name? There was a rapper before Nicki, before any of these girls. Oh my God, what is her name?
Lil' Kim?
No, well, Lil' Kim was kind of one of them, but yeah, Lil' Kim. You can credit Lil' Kim, but there was holy crap,
Trina,
dude. Trina,
she's Megan Thee Stallion the first.
She's
why don't people? You know how like male rappers always have to say like who put you on?
Dude, Trina is
Megan Thee Stallion way before.
Like yeah, you can argue Lil' Kim is more Nicki a little bit, and Trina was Megan.
So I actually have to give.
And they're beefing right now.
I
mind
have
you.
to stop giving so much shit to the kids today because I fucked with Trina.
Dude, she was all. She had one song. She had like her famous song. I forget what it was, but like drop it low, make it do the split. Like
So Trina actually, you know what? Trina makes me realize how much of a hypocrite I am by saying "Sexy Red" goes too far because
she went crazy.
I knew that like when I was DJing stuff in like college and stuff, you could throw on some Trina and people are lighting it up.
Yeah, and that was horny music.
It's Sexy Red.
Yeah, 100%. So all that.
Okay, I am a hypocrite with that, but still,
still, it's like like the murder part is a little bad. So that's what I was actually in the middle of saying too. So someone was saying like basically, we have like even in clubs and stuff like that, we're playing this music that's going on like, and it's so low vibration where it's talking about like murder, killing, violence, and stuff like that, and we're wondering why there's like shootings in clubs. I don't know, maybe because people are drinking spirits and listening to like essentially demon music. Like I'm not going too far. I don't want to call it demon music. I think that's a little far. But I get why people say that. But it's like essentially like you're talking about like a possessive spirit, if you will. And I'm not even into like saying that. I'm just saying like you're talking about like the words that they're saying. It's talking about like I'm gonna hurt somebody.
Like what comes in, what comes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna hurt somebody. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna do that.
There
Gang
was,
culture, this and that, this and that. And people are hanging. You see it. People are hanging by the walls, fucking standing with the guns there. Like, oh, I'm cool. Like it's not. Like if you think about what's actually happening, like people are drinking, listening to that kind of music, and why you get the results that you do.
There was a song by...
So last thing. Same reason why you get mosh pits at rock concerts.
Right.
Fuck them up, rock.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, white people have been beating the shit out of each other.
And it's just music in general.
For a long time.
Yeah, this is music in general, not just like just rap music. But
it gets meditative in a sense, right? It's like working you towards a goal, which is a goal of peace, a goal of love, of like sympathy, of anger.
That's partially what I was talking about when we like the lyrics that we were talking about when he was saying. I was like, who is he talking about? Who are you talking about?
He's talking about that. That's like everything is influencing you towards a goal, and it's freaking cringy as shit.
Yeah.
Because now, why is it cringy though?
It's like ideology rap, and no one likes ideology rap. And I'm talking like even if like there's rap songs that are terrible rap. Like, okay, there's one for instance.
I think people like ideology rap though. I can't think of a good example.
People do like ideology rap, like just like people like Christian rap, right? Like, there's a point in time where I used to love Christian rap.
Christian rap's actually getting really good right now,
right? But like when I was like listening back to the songs I used to hear, I'm like, this kind of sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. So
hip hop's better now,
right? And for instance, there was one rapper, right? I saw it on Twitter, right? And he was rapping about Lil Nas X, how much Lil Nas X sucks. How he's gay and you're a demon and this and that and this and that. Dude, I grew up Christian. I damn near agree with half the shit that he's saying, but it was so cringe. It was so cringe. It was so terrible. I'm like, dude, like you suck.
And that's exactly how I feel about that song.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I get what you're saying. I'm not even disagreeing with you, but like, damn, this is cringe and it sucks.
Well, because it's like. It's this white rapper that's playing into all these like weird hip hop stereotypes
and talking about oh, I'm not gonna raise you as a thug. What? Look at you.
Like he doesn't seem like that good of a role model.
No,
I don't know him though either.
Even if
he might be a great guy, but like he kind of comes off like a creep.
Right. Like even if he's like he's probably one of those guys. I live in Detroit and I give back to the kids. He's probably one of those guys.
Like maybe he's as much of a gentle giant as like Jelly Roll. Like Jelly Roll, like on the surface, you go, that's a wild guy.
Yeah.
He's had a wild life that's made him have the outward appearance of a wild guy.
Right.
But like now he's like this softy.
He seems like the nicest dude in the fucking world.
He might be the nicest guy on the planet.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so now I'm gonna show you this other ideology rap.
Okay.
That's a little bit more fun. I think it has a little bit more bop.
Okay.
It's just as cringy.
Okay. Trump Latino. What? Dude, I think I said this earlier, but I want to tap on this point for a second. But go, yeah. Latinos for Trump.
Is this their biggest bop? No, this can't be their biggest.
Dude, I have a huge point about this, and it's like that's what I talked to you about earlier.
So there's a lot of this happening on the right is my main point with this. Not to say it's good or bad. It's an interesting trend that you're identifying.
Yeah. And you know what I'm talking about, like the Trump Latinos.
So they do at least with a little bit more like flair.
Yeah.
And it's less cringe because it's not two white guys, it's Latinos.
Right. It sounds a little better, but the concept of it is still cringe, I think, kind of.
Right. But the thing is, so it's because the left has done it, it's the right stealing it.
Yeah.
Fuck Donald Trump bopped.
Yeah.
Like that song went so
100%,
hard.
100%.
And that
and
song,
YG is also a great rapper.
But that song's very, very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But YG does YG's just, I mean, obviously like LA grown, like he's one of the like OG guys.
Right, dude, 100,000,000% this ideology, like you said, you're repeating because ideology enough has been that way. Dude, when Barack Obama got elected, my parents bought the CD. I listened to the CD. I had the we keep on wait on the world to change, and they changed it to where like at the end of the song they're like we want change. Like I listened to the album and I had it in my iPod. Like I get it. I 100% get it. You know, yeah. I mean, I guess like really, it's kind of like you just got to do it right if you're gonna go that deep into that hole.
It's a tough game to play.
It's a tough game to play. You know, you got to make it sound good, all that stuff. And like what I'm kind of getting at is what's interesting is like there's but I think this might be my last point because I'm starting this joint maybe a little tired, which is great. So there's one of the biggest devils is where you take someone, right? Take them, bring them on over to your side from another thing or whatever the case may be, and then change and form their brain and where they go. See those people over there, essentially where you just came from? Those people are the other.
Right.
Those people suck.
That's the devil in disguise.
Dude, that's the biggest devil in disguise. Now, we as America do that a fuckload. Like
seemingly more than anybody else, even though I think it's very human. Everybody does it.
It's very human. It's been happening since the dawn of time. Many cultures of every type of person in the history of ever has done it.
I mean, it's the reason that like I feel like Christianity has like 17 to 50 different varieties,
right?
Because it's these little changes,
right?
And there's a time that I was growing up that like, could a Catholic marry a Lutheran,
right?
Like that's a normal conversation,
right?
In Midwestern towns,
right. And you're like,
so then people get mad at like those same Midwestern towns that people don't realize, can a Catholic marry a Lutheran,
right?
They're asking them other questions, like, can someone who's a Muslim marry a Christian? They're like, we're not over the Lutheran stuff yet.
Right. Can a
so
Baptist
come at
go
us with that.
Right.
Like, you know, there's steps to take.
Right. We haven't even gotten there yet. You know what I mean?
And then in LA, a Democrat can't marry a Republican.
No. Oh
my
God.
Much more blasphemous.
Right.
Than like a Christian marrying someone,
an atheist, for God's sake. Like you like damn near like that's almost more.
It's much more blasphemous,
right? Which is pretty crazy if you think about it.
I think it's loony bins.
It's loony bins.
And that's the othering though, because that is how much we've gotten caught in the other. And where does the line draw harder?
Yeah.
And right now in America, it is politically the line is drawn the hardest on the left and the right.
Right. 100%.
Like that is like you guys.
Yeah. Like I'm sorry, but like, dude, like I don't know, maybe because I grew up in like a Mexican area, Like it was like a Mexican white and like sort of an Asian white, like a neighborhood area. And like I knew a lot of I knew more Mexicans than anybody. I knew more like I got introduced to gangsta-isms or whatever hood stuff from Mexican people more so than before black people. I kind of like so like, dude. So I don't know, whatever. So long story short, I just find it really interesting. Where like a lot of times when I'm going to these houses, they go, "Mom and or grandma just got here from Mexico." Like,
Sure.
like, or whoever just got like fresh. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not far from like someone I can talk to. Just like whatever. So when you see like essentially this like Latinos for Trump, sure, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? But like the message like, and I'm not even for or against anything of any kind. I'm not saying for wall. I'm not none of that. I'm not even gonna go into that. What I'm saying is like it is interesting to see something like that in America when you go Latinos will fuck them, send them back, get the border up, you know. And like dude, again, this has happened to everybody since every time. Why are there inter-country wars in Africa? Why are there inter-country wars in Europe? Aren't y'all white? In Africa, aren't y'all black? In America, aren't y'all?
Yeah, that's what you can say about like South
in America,
right?
aren't y'all Americans? Why are you fighting with each other?
Yeah.
Is it why the outside in the outside thing of it? Who the left and the right? Who the fuck? Aren't y'all Americans?
That's why they try to racialize it so much. Though.
Yeah.
They really try to hold it to racial boundaries more.
Again, Ben Chalby video. Who are you speaking about?
And I mean, this video is a Latino going, "Oh, you thought Latinos vote for Democrats?
Right.
Fuck you, I vote for Trump."
Right.
Literally why like a whole YouTube channel can pop off and their whole artistry is about Latinos for Trump.
And sure, whatever. You know, whatever. Like I'm just
it's
saying,
just weird that we're in that part that can be like seen as unique.
Right.
Like we've othered marginalized communities so much.
Yeah.
That if you say I'm Latino for Trump, that's like
it's a breakthrough.
It's a breakthrough.
Right.
Which I actually think more often than not, I think people would be very surprised how 50-50 it is with whatever group you are.
No,
white, black, brown, any of it is 50-50 Donald Trump and Biden.
Yeah.
Like, not, but then again, screw Donald Trump and Biden because everyone kind of doesn't fuck with either of them except the Trump voters fuck with Trump harder than Biden voters fuck with Biden, but they're right and the left.
Yeah. Dude, do you know how many, that's what people say, like, one thing, like, for instance, like a Joe Rogan's podcast, right? He keeps going on about, like, he keeps kind of saying the same thing about California and everything like that. Like, I was like, I'm like, dude, and I get it. He just, certain level justified. But I'm like,
we get stuck on topics the same way.
Right. But like me in meetings and talking to people in general, we're like, man, like, we get, they're using the tax dollars for what? They're using that for, I don't even care about this and that other episode. Why am I spending so much? Why am I doing this?
Right.
I don't want to live like, but we're like, yeah, like I'm Democrat all the way though. Like I'm still gonna vote Democrat, but like Jesus Christ, like what about? I don't get. You know what I mean? Like so it's not like everybody's just like we fucking love this. Like no, it's not that at all. You know.
And that's where that's what the problem with it is like the fact that like the same way people say, well, like I was born. It's as hardcore as like, oh, I was born in Minnesota, so I'm a Vikings fan.
Right.
Is, well, I was born as a Democrat.
Yeah.
And I was born as a Republican.
Yeah.
And because I am this, that means I'm Democrat.
Right.
And that sentiment, I think, has been so abused.
Yeah.
That like then that's how we get to Trump Biden as a voting
again
because we're like, wait, so we both don't really want either.
Yeah.
But like it's like, well, I'm a Democrat or well, I'm a Republican. And it does kind of suck because this time around I grew up in a more conservative space. And it has gotten more down to putting people back on their heels where it's like, if this is going to be a game of tug of war, I'm going to tug my way.
Yeah.
So because everyone's proven to not give.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, like I'll give you a little bit here. And they go, cool. Then I'll take.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, I'll give you a little. Well, if I give you a little here, will you give me a little here? No. I'm not going to give you. Like we've drawn the line so hard right now that's why Donald Trump is going to win president.
Yeah, which is so
Because,
crazy. Yeah.
I mean, and as much as people don't even want him even on the right a little bit,
Yeah.
they're like the left is like literally serving up a Biden.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Dude.
so you're just saying to your voting base, oh, you're just going to vote for anybody.
Right. Because we're just
Because you hate that side so much. We've othered that side. They're like proving that they're like, we've othered them to the point that we don't even have to serve you anything.
We don't have to
anymore.
try.
We don't even have to try.
This guy's a walking ghost, and you would just vote for him because it's blue, right? The West
Right,
Coast, left
and
coast,
it
right?
sucks because like, so then that's where people are gonna walk over to Trump's line and go, well, then fuck it.
Yeah.
We're pulling all the way.
Yeah.
And it sucks because that's not a healthy place to be.
No, dude, like even when like when Trump got elected, right? And I remember when his term was ending, and I go, because I ain't goes whatever. I'm independent, but like I kind of didn't like the guy either, but whatever, right? It's the first time, and I go, dude, all the Democrats have to do is just act right, and they'll win like for a long time because like that guy just fucked up pretty hard, and like all you have to do is get somebody in there and just be like kind of good, just decent, and then like they just fumbled so hard.
There was definitely a moment for me when Trump was president as a conservative that I go, oh no, like Republicans might not get this back again for a long time.
I literally remember thinking that. Like, I'm like, dude, they're not gonna get it back.
And that's how I think most of the left felt. I think most of the left goes, we're so Gucci.
Yeah.
You all are such racists.
Yeah.
You're so pathetic. You are such imbeciles.
Yeah.
And even if you know you're voting on the right, you don't even know you're voting against yourself. It was this one like sentiment that was like, you're voting against your own best interest.
Right.
And now it's like, it's so interesting to see how quickly the tables have turned.
Yeah.
And it proves that, one, we can always kind of fall forward as a country. Where people think we fall backward, I do think we fall forward. But the government hasn't caught up to how smart I think the voting population has gotten.
Yeah.
Because like the voters know what's happening now.
Oh, they're still shooting propaganda.
They're like, dude, you guys are fucking with us.
Yeah.
But we're willing to do what we have to do on like voting for. Some people are going to say, you know what? I'm just putting Biden in.
Yeah.
Fuck Donald Trump. We're putting Biden in.
Right.
And a lot of people are going, all right, well, if you guys are going to serve up Biden, we're going to call your bluff.
Yeah.
And you're going to see Donald Trump win like crazy
by
numbers.
a lot.
I don't know. I think it always gets even.
Mm-hmm.
I think it will be actually close, but there's a chance. This is actually, I don't think Joe Biden's actually going to run for president.
Well, he is right now.
Yeah, but he still has a whole year,
dude. Okay.
Do you really think?
No.
Like, they're going to debate, or do
no? They're not going to debate.
You think they never?
No
debate?
No chance. Because he gets crushed. $1 billion. Dude, he was barely making it. What, 3-4 fucking years ago? Barely cook it. Barely even making those debates on every kind of booger sugar they can give him, for God's sake.
Because they're both sides are kind of like
primed.
I think that the left is not telling you who's next for Trump or for Biden. Like in theory,
we would know by now.
Well, in theory, it would be
because isn't this year? Is November, right?
No, but it's next year.
Elections.
Yes.
Elections are this year or next year? Elections are this year, in November.
This now, yeah.
November, yeah. So that we should know by now. If any, no.
Yeah, but dude, I don't think Biden. Like, I think that Nikki Haley's sticking around because I do think something could happen to Trump.
Sure.
I think one, he could either go to jail.
Sure.
Or two, he could get taken out.
Sure.
So I think some of the Republicans are propping up and going, we're going to stay around just in case something happens to Trump, right. Which I wouldn't put past someone on the right or the left to take Trump out. Truly out.
Yeah.
Old school 60s style America.
Right.
Now, the left.
He has a Secret Service, though. They have it for life.
Yeah.
So that's tough one to do.
I don't, but it could be an inside job like the Kennedy shit.
Possible, yeah.
Right? Like sometimes you get taken out from the inside.
Yeah.
And that seems very
possible.
Seems like the way that would happen to Trump.
Possible, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully freaking not. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
what you want the government to do.
No,
Like,
because
that's not what you want our country to, like, let's decide, like, appropriately.
dude, and
Like-
then also like speaking of like the country knows what the fuck is going on, kind of like Jesus Christ, talk about
Yeah.
that conspiracy. You want that on YouTube for God's sake?
Yeah.
That's a total smear.
And we've survived it before, so when everyone, if that ever would happen, like, everyone would be like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. It's like, dude, no, we've survived this before.
Yeah, that's true. Because I'm about to say a big smear on America for sure if that happened.
It's already happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Reagan got shot at and hit. JFK got killed.
Yeah.
Thomas, who's
Another Kennedy.
16th president got killed. Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
So, dude,
Happened before.
it's been happening.
Yeah, it happens every once in a while.
But I don't think the left is being honest about their plan with Biden, because I don't think Biden actually has it in him to even run.
Dude, they don't have.
He hasn't even run yet.
Dude, yeah, no.
So, and Kamala Harris would, in theory, be the VP that would then get pushed to presidency. But I don't think they're being honest with what they're gonna do with her.
Dude, she had. I haven't even heard her speak, doing anything. She's very uninspiring. Dude, he's damn near dead and is a ghost, and like didn't really do anything. Like this whole time, like the Democrats were running the show. He wasn't really. Like you can pretty much tell that he was like whatever he said, whenever he went up to speak, he was just had his talking points, he had his notes, and that's kind of it. Like he had answers.
You know, he did a lot to refund the border today.
Interesting.
Like he did not fund the building of more walls. But he hundreds of thousands, like 100,000, like more personnel at the border.
Right, because it got a little crazy. Isn't it always interesting how like pretty much around this time, presidents usually starts fixing their fuck ups.
And they sneak it in on a Friday.
Yeah.
It's always the Friday news line where they're like, oh, we're gonna like
so the weekend you can be like, oh great. Yeah, and Monday everything's great.
Yeah.
Right.
But so you think Biden actually, they just push him in all the way?
Dude, they'll try. But like like a ghost somehow somehow our country was running on fucking autopilot for the past 4 years. Like democratic autopilot. And let me say this.
That's because there is other people running the country. We just don't know who they are.
Higher powers that be the cabinet, sort of.
I'm sure we know the cabinet. I just don't know who the cabinet is.
Yeah.
But they're running the
They're running the shit. You know what I mean? And you can even say during Trump, Trump's people were running the country. That whole.
I am such a conspiracy theorist that like if I walked into like the Oval Office and it was Obama, I'd be like, that seems
got it. Yeah, like okay, no wonder why you weren't
like he's like the sign in the paper. It's like
all you have to do is like sign it, Joe. All you have to do is fucking sign it, and that's it. Like just for fuck's sake, like just read the words for God's sake. Like that's it. You know what I mean? Wouldn't be surprised, but essentially the same advisors.
Yeah, I mean he
advisors, managers.
Did he hire like Obama's crew?
Yeah, so damn near same words, same shit.
Yeah,
so pretty much.
Right.
You know, so I think because we essentially had a ghost president this whole time, you're gonna get him. You're gonna get Trump, dude. And like you call it what you want, call it his also what's happening right now is he's getting jailed for everything. He's getting guilty for everything Trump is getting right before the election's coming up. So that's also interesting. You know, there's always a bunch of shit going on that's very like kind of conspiratorial. I thought the whole postal thing when Trump was elected was very weird. You know what I mean? Like all this a bunch of shit you can like deep dive into.
I am just so surprised they haven't actually nailed him on anything as hard as they've tried.
Mm-hmm.
Like so they got the civil trial done, but like legally, how have they not actually gotten him like to the point where now like. You know,
especially that whole like
the Colorado
FBI thing.
Supreme Court has to the Supreme Court has to talk about Colorado like taking him off the ballot,
which is weird.
But like, wait, so you're telling me that this guy is so corrupt, that you can't get him on any legal case, not civil, but like a real one, But so like you're just doing these little like, oh well, then we won't even let you.
At minimum, a criminal court guilty. Minimum.
Yeah, so he's got the criminal court guilty.
Okay, from who?
From the girl.
But that's not.
It's a civil case.
Right.
Yeah. So that's not criminal.
Yeah.
Can't you get him on like anything?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Or at least criminal court's guilty. Because we'll go.
And everyone says like, well, that's because he's blocking. It's like, no, you could like get it done now.
Yeah. Now at least.
I actually like it. It kind of makes me in a weird way, like I still think he like you'd imagine he's guilty of something, but like if he was guilty of something, you would think they would have got him by
You
now.
would got him in at least this 4-year period, minimum. Yeah.
No one, I don't think any human in America has ever been as combed through with a microscope than him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would imagine most people you could comb through and they would be leaving a room in cuffs.
Right. But also like it's all like, I know I just thought about this for some reason, but like you can even argue though that like when Trump was going hard on Hillary Clinton, how bad she was, never got her on anything.
They didn't pursue it though.
Nah, they didn't pursue it. Nah.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Because yeah, totally. You can always say that like he didn't get done. One of his main things was everyone was screaming lock her up.
Yeah, never.
And he's like,
Get her.
locking her up.
Never did.
He got into office and
Just forgot about it.
the weird thing about it is like from a Republican standpoint, I don't know if they're being like Trump apologists with it, but no one really gives a shit. They do think that Hillary's corrupt and that deserves prison.
Yeah.
But there is this weird, I think, sense of it's probably not appropriate for the president to use the U.S. resources for that. And the job of the president is not to like go like the courts should lock up Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Not like the president shouldn't go and get Hillary Clinton locked up. It's like New York's. Like they're doing with Trump, like New York's civil thing is going to get
right. Yeah,
that seems more appropriate.
Right, that makes sense. It's tough, man. Like, yeah, it's just this weird like othering and like it never really like I don't know, like it's funny the U.S. us, you know what I mean, USA. But like I just find it interesting how like we kind of find these like inner wars that we just create and like these othering that we do and like. We're all trying to find the best for each other, and like you know, even when we're all actually trying to find the best for each other, we have these inner fights because of like these upper powers set it up, and freaking we know they're setting it up, but we still like follow that and fight with other people.
It's almost like
we know
it's like watching WWE,
yeah,
and not realizing that like the politicians are WWE. People
like
it's like scripted in a sense.
The WWE project managers that make the fights or whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
No, the
planners.
No, like the actual wrestlers.
Oh, okay.
Like the wrestlers are like a Democrat and Republican congressperson.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And they're fighting each other.
Yeah.
And they're both in on it.
Yeah.
And you damn well know they probably talk afterwards. And
good match.
A lot of American voters are acting as if. Do you not realize this is a joke, dude?
Yes.
Like they're in on it. They're playing.
Yeah.
They're playing you.
They know who's coming in when. They know who's getting out next. And every time someone gets out, you go, woo!
You're
yeah!
Like, got him,
get him, fuck her up, yeah.
And now it's like that. You're acting like a 6th grader watching WWE.
Yeah.
When like grow the fuck up and go. Do I agree more with that? Yeah, okay, that seemed a little bit more real. However, let's not lie.
Yeah.
These people are fucking with us.
Yeah.
This is not real.
Yeah, no.
But the problem is the conclusions and results and solutions, they are real. So that's why people get pissed off.
Right.
But like you know, all the like Trump and Biden are not playing this game as if it's real.
No.
Even though in a weird way, it sucks because I do lean a little bit more towards Trump in this. He is risking everything to become president. Now, some people would say his only way to freedom is through presidency.
Yeah.
Which I can kind of get on that. But like, Biden is not risking anything. Biden literally just gets to sit around, not do shit.
He's coasting.
And gets to hang.
He's coasting.
Doesn't even get to have to talk. I feel bad because he's a grandpa getting peddled around.
Yeah.
Doing shit.
Feel bad. Whatever.
I feel bad because it's like, dude, like let him
go.
Let him just chill.
Let him take a nap.
Let him chill.
Let him go on vacation.
But like Trump has to go through like the craziest amount of like Biden comes off as a bumbling, mumbling fool, and he's gonna have to have memes about him till the end of his time.
Yeah.
Trump comes off as like the biggest racist asshole in the world.
Sure.
And he's still like, sign me up. I go, dude, you have some gonads. Because you are rich enough to not do this.
Oh, 100%.
And he's like, I'm in. You're like, that in a weird way, if you are somehow based in principle and willing to do that, it's kind of admirable.
I get it.
You know, it's like, fuck, like you are or you're just a narcissist.
You're just crazy
that,
motherfucker.
Like, doesn't understand. Like, he's like, you're just a narcissist that's like, bad press is any good press.
Good, yeah. Which is possible.
That's maybe even more like
right. And like and it also like there's a little bit of I think you're right about the game that he's playing, because like I feel like maybe it's just me and seeing movies, but like when you're a certain level of rich and you're like controlling shit, he at the level, because he went president and because he was successful at it, he's at the level where like corporations would be like, yeah, let's sway him that way. Yeah, let's do that. That would be fun. Let's just keep pushing that. Let's keep pushing the border. Let's keep pushing that. And like it's a level.
But you think?
But no, I'm saying like it's a level where like when he literally coughs, it changes like the weather somewhere else. That's the game he's playing, where he knows that like any little sway, he can just sway the whole narrative. Whatever he says, people will believe. And I'm not saying that happens on the left too. People will believe and go with it, regardless of yes or no, true, false, left, right, whatever I ate for breakfast this morning.
But what Trump does that's crazy different, is the big powers at be that would fill his pockets till the end of time if he would just go their way.
Oh yeah,
he goes, fuck everybody.
Fair enough. That's true. That's actually very true.
The big donors on the right
Yeah.
are backing Nikki Haley. All of the influence in the world. He walks into the celebrity-filled rooms, the galas with the billionaires, and goes, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and turns around to everybody else and says, you're cool, but if you fuck with me, fuck you too.
Right.
And that's where he gets this weird level of respect, because he could just have leaned into being like a Democrat that gets handshakes and everyone loves him at the ball. His entire career, he was Donald Trump, the tycoon,
The Apprentice,
that everybody loved.
Oh yeah, rap videos and everything.
And then he was willing to like throw away everybody's admiration and respect to do what he thinks is right.
Right.
That he has thrown away all of his friendships.
Yeah.
All of his respect.
Yeah.
It's weird to think a narcissist would be willing to do that. Because a narcissist, you would think,
because they don't
want to stay
respect.
Donald Trump,
Yeah.
who was a real estate tycoon, whether you think his business practices were right or wrong. At that time during The Apprentice, he was loved.
Yeah. And he would just be on Fox News or the radio. I can remember hearing him on radio stations just talking shit. He'll just be still talking shit, and that'll be it.
He would like jump on Stern and just like do his thing. And then he would run for president sometimes. So like it's weird to think
that's fair. That makes sense.
Would Donald Trump do this if he didn't have some level of like
I gotta do
reason?
This. Yeah, like I gotta change the world or whatever. Yeah,
I don't know. I go so far back and forth.
No, that's a good point. I mean,
just in about 4 weeks, I'll say Donald Trump's the worst person on the planet.
Yeah,
but right now, I'm like kind of leaning towards. He's gone through as much scrutiny as anyone ever could. I think he is an asshole.
Right.
But he's our asshole. And I kind of like, if you're going to be an asshole, I want you, like, be my asshole.
Right. Would you want Trump to be China's asshole? Nah. Hell. Actually, now that I think about that, I'd rather him be our asshole too.
Because there is an element that when Donald Trump becomes president, if he becomes president,
right,
every other country goes, fuck.
Yeah, everyone. Except for Russia. Except for Russia for some reason. Why are they like chill?
I just think him and Putin are like I think they're both like lions passing in the night, and they're looking at each other going, they're almost both lone wolves looking at each other being like, I eat all the other betas.
Yeah.
But I see something in your eye that I feel like maybe we shouldn't fuck with each other because we're both gonna die.
Yeah.
And there's this certain level of, and I don't know if I think that's probably more of a bad thing than a good thing, that they both look at each other with some level of respect. Right?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Right.
If you really are trying to be like, that's like the devil looking at each other in the eye.
Right.
Being like, I see what you're doing.
Right.
but I'm not touching you because I know this ends in a both of us die.
It's bad, yeah. It's so funny. Like you probably seen that in like when you at a certain level, like in a person. You know what I mean? Like when they're like kind of similar to you in a way or a mindset or something. Like you're trying to get what I'm trying to get at the same time as me, and you look, you just like telepathically know.
And that's where I've met people like even in business that are willing to fight to the death in a sense.
Yeah.
And I just never. It's literally the same analogy that happened when in college when I just got paper plates and plastic forks.
Yeah.
Everybody was fighting, like no one could figure out who should wash the dishes.
Right.
And I'm just like, I'm out.
Right.
So when there is this certain level of like Mamba energy they would call in basketball, there's like this weird level of like you always hear about like Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan, these like guys that like they just fucking win.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can win, but I'm not willing to like cut your knees out for it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Just not interested in that.
Right.
They both are willing to like do that.
Yeah. Which is.
But then again, as president, don't you kind of have to be?
I mean, you have
because you're playing in a big bad world.
You're playing the biggest. You're playing in the biggest stage. You're like if this is basketball, you like if this is like the analogy of like in terms of size. If this is like Lakers versus Knicks.
Well, so for example,
not skill, but like Lakers.
You are an owner of a team.
Yeah. So actually, no, Lakers versus Knicks because of like skill versus size and everything. So yeah, Lakers versus Knicks.
Do you want Kobe or LeBron?
Kobe.
Why?
Works harder. No, well,
but at the end of the game, why do you want Kobe?
Oh, Kobe makes a shot. Kobe makes a shot at the end of the game.
He will do anything.
Yeah, anything.
To take the shot.
Yeah.
And make the shot.
Yeah, 100%.
That kind of is how you should probably pick your president. Yeah. Do you want to pick a LeBron?
But this is not. Are you talking about Trump Biden or Putin Trump?
I'm just saying you're president.
Yeah. Okay.
You kind of want. That sucks because in basketball, I'd say you want a killer.
Yeah.
But like, and I don't mean like a killer as someone that actually wants to kill. But you want a killer instinct.
Yeah.
In the metaphoric business way, because it sucks because actually lives are at stake when it comes to like all this stuff.
Yeah.
But like, you want someone that like when it's chicken or go, they go.
Yeah.
Chicken or go. Chicken or go. You want them to say, I'm not playing this game.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, that's what you're going to get. This has been Smart and Wild, baby.
This is Smart and Wild.
Yeah.
We're out.
I love it, man. Have a good one, y'all.
We're too tired. Peace and love.
Peace
God
and
bless
chicken.
you all.
Peace.